Castro, and you are watching Leaders with a Mission. And today I have someone so special. He's been in our show before, but because of COVID-19, I feel the calling to bring him back because he has valuable information that you need to know. His name is Dr. Lynell King, and let me tell you a little bit about him. He's an Amazon best-selling author, a physician, an international speaker, a health recovery and weight loss specialist. He's an MD with a holistic and soulful approach. I believe that he's a transformation catalyst for optimal health. With you, here is Dr. Lynell.
Hello. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything that you do, really getting messages out, and not just messages, but messages of hope. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc. So can you tell us a little bit about you and what you do in your practice?
I am an internal medicine physician, but that's not what I do. We help retired couples recover their health, optimize their health, so that they can do and focus on the things that's important to them. So pretty much we help people get their life back is what we really do. We do that through functional medicine. Functional medicine is the study of how the body functions optimally. We get to the root cause of the problem rather than just treating the symptoms. And so that's what we do. We're in Naples, Florida. We see people virtually, and we also can see people in person.
Perfect. So can you tell me a little bit more of what's going on right now with COVID-19? You are in a location here in Florida where there's a lot of elderly people which are most at risk. But I believe before we come into this conversation, something that you really wanted to get out there is that it's not just the elderly that are at risk. Can you tell us a little bit more about exactly what you mean by that?
Yes. So I think we're walking around with a little bit of a false sense of security, and everyone needs to really make sure that they protect themselves. And so we hear, oh, it's the elderly, it's the immunocompromised. Well, the immunocompromised is not just people with, that's gone through chemo. It's not just people that have serious diseases. It's people that are walking around with everyday preventable illnesses such as high blood pressure, diabetes, lung disease. If you're on a medication, if you're on any medications, that is a warning sign, because the medications typically cover up the check engine light, is what I call it, that something's wrong in the engine. And so if you're not running optimally and there are kinks in the armor, you really need to do everything that you can to protect yourself to get as healthy as possible, because ultimately it's your immune system that fights not only this virus off, but everything that we come in contact, whether it's a virus, a bacteria, a yeast, cancer cells, you name it. This is just the wake-up call.
What would you tell those people that are currently with a health issue? What do you think this virus is a catalyst of? Like, what is it telling them?
This is what I tell people. So we're in a desperate need of finding something that we're in control over. We have lost control. We can't control this virus. We can't control the financial, meltdown or what have you. We definitely can't control the politics. So we more so than ever, we feel out of control. So what I tell everyone is look at what you do have control over. You control what you eat. You control the things that you think. You control your movement. You control who you surround yourself with. You control who your mentors are. And so now more than ever, it's very important that you look at these, okay, I can control these things. Let me optimize. Let me optimize my diet. Let me optimize my movement. Let me optimize my mentality. Let me get around some positive, uplifting people. And let me find a mentor that's going to help me get to where I want to be. Those are the things that people have control over. That's what everyone should focus on, that so that they can really optimize not only their body, but also their mentality, decrease stress, so that they're ready for anything.
That's such a very good message, because I think that part of what gets us in a bad places, feeling hopeless, feeling that we don't have a choice, feeling, and obviously because they're asking us to stay home, it's like you feel contracted. It doesn't feel energy rich. But there are things that we could do. What would you recommend to those that feel that are in that state of mind? Yeah, what would you recommend?
One very powerful question. What is it that I can do today to enhance my health, or to enhance my finances, or to enhance my mindset? So whatever you're struggling with, whatever that fear is that you have, just ask yourself, what can I do today to really take action on that? Because we have the answers within inside of us. What's happening is we're just asking ourselves the wrong questions. When we focus on what's wrong, we get more of what's wrong, right? When we're in this kind of gloom or doom type of mentality, we're going to get more of that. Yes, you mentioned I'm in Naples, Florida. We do have an elderly population here, but people are thriving, especially our practice members. They have the resources that we help them with, where they're not in fear. They're living their lives. Yes, they're quarantined and everything like that, self quarantine, but they're living their life and they're not afraid, because they know that they've taken the steps to enhance their immune system. They've done steps where they're feeling their best ever, and they also know techniques that they can use to get them out of fear mode. The other thing that people can do, like really quickly, is get into service. It's just like what you're doing with these videos. When there's uncertainty, well, there's one thing that we're very certain about: we can help others. How can you help someone else? Because it's hard for fear and service to occupy the same space, right? And so as long as you're focused on someone else, it's the same thing that allows firefighters to go into a fire, policemen, first responders, paramedics. They run towards danger rather than away. Well, how do they do that? Because they're in a mindset of service. So I feel that everyone can do that, whether just a phone call to some relatives that you haven't talked to in a long time. That is huge, right? What is it that this a virus that has really affected us all, what is it that it has allowed you to do that you could not do before? It's just such a powerful question.
I love what you're saying. It just really connects us to our humanity, like to really understand what is really important. So I think that one of the things, and I was speaking with another doctor, his name is Dr. Michael Foreman, and one of the things he said, it was totally off camera, but he mentioned it is called social distancing, but it should be called physical distancing, because what I feel people are understanding is emotional distancing. And it's such a difference in even like the power of words. It's people are emotionally distancing, and that's not serving them. That's definitely not serving them. So what you're saying of calling someone to make sure that they're okay, and like taking yourself out. This is not something that is happening to me. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with my daughters, because one of them is really struggling. She was like, oh, this was a time, for us to be with our friends, and we cannot even be with our friends. And I was just like, my love, this is not happening to you. This is a collective thing. Like, everyone is suffering through this. Everyone's going through their own hurdles, and some people are really, really struggling. So mental health is something that is of essence for people right now. Any tips, you that handle this day to day, anything that we can do practical, other than being of service, other than than trying to feed your brain or asking yourself questions? Anything else that we can do, Doc?
There's a lot of use, like we're using Zoom right now, using Zoom to connect with people. And we have a practice member that gave me a wonderful idea. They actually do game night. And so what they do is they set up their computer and they're there and they're you know doing Monopoly or Connect Four, whatever the game is, but they invite other people to join in, and the camera is on the board or whatever, and everyone is playing, and so that's something that is just being creative and figuring out how to really spend quality time with people and have fun with this. So that's one way, right? Another way is really taking the time to meditate and connecting with spirit, connecting, because we always complain, oh, I don't have time to meditate, I don't have time to this. Write a list of all the things that you said that you don't have time for, and circle which ones that, hey, you know what, you've been wanting to write a book. Is it the time? You've been wanting to clean out your closet. Well, is this the time? Write a list of all the things that you've once said that you would like to do that you don't have time for, and circle the things that you want to accomplish. Again, if you look at this as like, man, this is really happening for me rather than this is happening to me, you can have a lot of things that become available to you to really turn this thing around.
I love it. It's about what I heard from what you're saying is all about perspective. It's instead of like leaning to one side, what can you do to set your mind to lean towards the other side? This is not happening to me, this is happening for me. And if you just give your mind that opportunity to consider that for one slight second, then you're going to behave differently. And that's the only thing that we can control right now, how we act, what we do with what we're given, So like there's a saying that if lemons fall from the sky, then you learn how to do tequila. So, Doc, tell us a little bit about how are you dealing with the practice right now? Are you encouraging your patients to go see you if they feel iffy, or are they contacting you via telehealth? How do you see this affecting future, especially for like now? Like I deal a lot. I think that 99.8% of the doctors I deal with, they're functional medicine doctors, which I love, because it's just I have a concept in my mind that those that are in it that went into being doctors for the right reasons, for the reasons that they wanted to help others heal, they are being forced to turn to functional medicine as a medium to do that, because it's the only medium that allows them to help people without the boundaries of all this other level stuff that really don't allow them to operate as they were taught. So for people that are in that space, for functional medicine doctors, how is this being for you instead of to you? How is reshifting the way you guys operate, and what do you see for the near future for you and your patients?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So one of the challenges that we were having, the success rates that we're having with our practice members is just been phenomenal. People no longer diabetic. We're correcting autoimmune diseases that doctors have told people they're going to have for the rest of their life. People are feeling younger, they're feeling more energetic, their aches and pains are going away. And so I'm like, man, well, how do I affect more people? When people come in, or we have a virtual platform, so we've been seeing people virtual for quite some time, but we also have the ability for people to come in as well. And we do seminars in person here in Naples, Florida. So one of my questions were, I really want to reach more people, but I haven't had time, because we're so busy as a practice. It's just like, well, man, it's hard to keep up with all of the practice members right here in Naples. Well, you get what you ask for. And so this opportunity came along, and now we're building out virtual platforms that are are very affordable for people to participate in. The education is being disseminated more so than ever, not just by myself, but by so many other people. And now people can connect with me, doesn't matter where they are in the world. And so it's really opened us up. It's really opened up a way for us to deliver the message of health and vitality through integrative medicine. And it's allowed us to really be able to help so many more people. So if you're a person that's listening to this and you want to connect, find a mentor, you're afraid, well, I know insurance doesn't cover it. So, can I afford it? 100% absolutely. Now more than ever, there are certain platforms out there that are allowing you to be able to participate, take back control of your health, and feel the best ever through platforms like this as far as what we're doing. So there's no reason that someone has to now fly into Naples, Florida to see me. Now they can connect just, like this. So it's really impacted us greatly because it allows us to affect more people and really put a dent on these the health crisis that's out there. And so I think this is really going to wake a lot of people up.
What I think this is awakening us to is we have to have ownership of our health. Without health, there is no wealth. So without health, without being healthy, can we afford another of these low punches from, what's going on now? Can we? And how do we prepare? We cannot prepare what's happened. You said politics. We cannot prepare what happens, natural disasters. We cannot prepare any of this stuff, but we can prepare our bodies to be able to be or immunity to be boosted, or immunity to be good. Mm-hmm. And this virus has really taken or pulled the rug underneath us to awaken, to feel like you have been complaining for way too long, and this is the only way that I had to push you so you could, if you didn't leave your toxic job, they left it for you. What are you going to do now?
Right.
If you felt like you had no control over your health, there's people that are telling you, that are professionals, that are helping people daily get out of medications, that are helping people daily to feel their best, that it is possible. What are you going to do about it? So it's what you say, asking ourselves the right questions. What can I do now? Be it one thing at a time. I remember, this is really quick. I remember when I was pregnant with Sophia and I gained 20 pounds. And I'm a really tiny little person. I'm 4'9", and so 20 pounds is a lot of weight to carry after the pregnancy. So when I was pregnant with her, I was over almost my normal weight is 100. So when I was pregnant with her, I was 147. I was almost a third of me, bigger. It was horrible. So then when I gave birth to her, I know my mom prepared me mentally. She was like, you're not going to be your old self again. You're going to have to give yourself a year to go back, be patient. And I remember going after the year and being like, oh my God, I just lost over 8 pounds. I need to do something about this. I was like, okay, after a year, I'm going to be fine. And I wasn't. So, and I remember, to make the long story short, I watched someone give me this idea, which was, Diana, just stop drinking sodas. Just do that one tiny, can you just take away sodas from your diet? Eat everything that you eat normally, just no sodas for you. And I was like, that's it. I can drink water. And Doc, I can tell you, I was losing 5 pounds every 3 months just by taking away sodas. Mm-hmm. And then that set me up into a spiral of what happens with sodas, and then high fructose syrup. Why is high fructose? And I went into the rabbit hole of health, which I almost changed my career. I was going to become a nutritional health person because I was so inspired and I was so motivated, and I learned about Monsanto and GMOs. And then I was like, someone needs to do something about this. So that's why I'm so attracted to people like you that know the information from the inside,
Right.
and have been able to put yourselves out there and see what works, and with the heart of a healer, with the heart of someone who cares. So thank goodness for those people like you who are doing good to the world right now. So for those that don't know you, where can they find you if they're they're curious about knowing more about your practice or knowing more about what you do? Please let us know.
Yes. So there's many ways you could reach out to us on the web. NaplesVitality.com is the website. I will provide you with a link, what I'm doing because of this crisis. I'm opening myself up to do free 15-minute, discovery calls, as far as if someone really wants to take action and they're serious about their health and want to know what they can do. I'll be happy to sit with them and offer my time for free. It's complimentary. So I'll make sure that you have the link for this video for that. And so, or you can just Google me, just Google Dr. Lionel King. I have plenty of videos out there and everything like that. So there's just tons of information. The thing about information though, I think we're in a state of information overload and people are confused. They don't know who to listen to or what to do. And there's not a one size fits all. Everyone's an individual. So whether it's myself, whether it's another functional medicine doctor, please find a mentor, find someone that can walk you through this, find someone that can help you optimize, because that's really going to be the best protection. It's almost like we live in Florida with a lot of hurricanes, right? If you know a hurricane is coming, don't wait until the hurricane gets here to try to fix your roof. Go ahead and prepare the roof for the hurricane. Go ahead and prepare the windows, get, hurricane proof windows and everything like that. Invest in your house if you want your house to stand up to the hurricane. Well, a hurricane is here, but more hurricanes are coming. You can protect your body. You can invest in your greatest asset, which is your health. This is the time to do it. All right. So that's my suggestion to everyone. Take some action. Reach out, whether it's to me or another functional medicine doctor, but find someone.
Yes, don't stay alone. Don't fight this by yourself. There are people who are prepared to give you the right armor. There are people who are prepared to train you to kick some butt. So thank you so much, Dr. Nell. Thank you for taking up your precious time to share with us. I am so forever grateful to you. I love what you do. I love the previous video that you created, giving people an idea of what we can do now. So thank you so much for that. And for those of you who have a message and who have a vision and who have some light to share among these times, please, for the love of God, use the power of video. If you don't know how to use video, please go to forproductions.com and check us out. There are free resources, there are free tools. Sign up. I always send information on how to use the power of video to lead the way for others. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye-bye.